Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the new Mattel Batman Duel Destruction Two-Face. So you guys at this point probably have seen this new Batman Power Attack line in toy stores. This is Mattel's new Batman line that is more made for the kids. And while it's mostly nothing but all these different really weird colored variants of Batman, there are a few villains scattered in there, and admittedly, some of these designs are really cool. With Two-Face being one of my absolute favorite Bat characters, there was no way I could pass this guy up. So Duel Destruction Two-Face comes in this new Batman Power Attack blister card featuring some really cartoony looking artwork on the top of the blister. The back of that box has some even cooler artwork. You could see Two-Face firing off some sort of lava gun with a huge volcano behind him and TNT on the ground while Batman's coming in to save the day, while Two-Face yells, "You're fired, Batman." Yuck, yuck, yuck. Oh, how terrible is that pun, but it's so awesome at the same time. Look how the word bubbles even got a Two-Face flair to it. How cool is that? Alright, so let's take a look at the figure outside of the packaging. You can see that the figures definitely have their own artistic flair to them. They're very cartoony looking, but they're their own designs. They're not really based on anything else out there right now. And I do think that's kind of a neat idea. The figure still stands 6 inches tall, so it's actually the same scale as DC Universe Classics, but standing them side by side, you can see the huge difference in their sculpts and designs. The paint job on the figure is very basic, but acceptable at the same time. He's featuring the two-half suit, one half white, one half black. You can see that the white side is just a straight white. There's really no details on it at all whatsoever, except for the two blue buttons on the front of the suit. The black half is pretty much the same way. There are some pinstripes sculpted in there, but aside from the little silver piece on his breast and the two blue buttons, it's just a solid black. One thing I think is really neat on there is how the sleeve on his left arm is ripped off, showing his purple-skinned arm underneath. And on the right side, he's got a big white spiked shoulder pad on his arm. He's wearing some massive gloves for some reason, and his boots are also equally as big. And then you can see on his face, they did go with the purple side for his evil half. So he's got purple on one side of his face with white hair. On that left side of his face, the eye is red and beady. And you can see on his mouth, he's got the little stringy thing going on there. And I think that's just really cool looking. So the paint job is very simple, though. There's not a lot of extra details added or anything like that to help it stand out. The articulation is also very basic in this guy. His head is just able to turn left and right. There is a slight amount of up and down movement. His arms just have the standard forward-backward swivel. He does have a standard elbow cut, but there's no wrist swivels or anything like that. He is able to turn at the waist, and then he's just got the standard leg swivels, allowing his legs to move forwards and backwards. And then that's it. There's no other articulation otherwise. Now, for an accessory, he comes with this massive gun. It's huge. It's just a solid silver plastic, and you can see it is a little rubbery. The handles do bend around. You can get him to hold it in his right hand. It's the only hand open for holding weapons, and you can see just how big this thing is on him. Now, of course, if you don't want to display just that big giant gun, it has the option to pull apart. You can pull the front of the gun off, which actually makes a little battle axe for him to hold instead. Or you can pose the gun still without that battle axe piece attached. So there you go, guys. There is a look at the new Two-Face Duel Destruction figure from the Batman Power Attack line. This is definitely a line that is meant for the kids. They're big and clunky figures that are meant to feel nice and big in a kid's hand and meant to be bashed around. That is for certain. But like I said, some of these character designs, especially in the villains, are pretty neat looking. And I'm certain that collectors might still want to cherry pick and grab a figure here and there of some of their favorite characters to add to their collection shelves. These figures are on store shelves now, so happy hunting, And until next time.